G'day guys, my name is Bruce Garrett, I'm the owner of Gingerbeard Media, and this is the video series, How to Shoot Video for Your Business. Bumper! Okay, so after I put out my intro, I had a few people join the group, and I got into a bit of a conversation with one of our members, Lauren. Hi Lauren. And we kind of went back and forwards, and I've been speaking to Lauren a lot about the fact that she needs to shoot video for her business. And so the question that we came up with for this episode is, why do businesses shy away from video? Now I want to break this episode into two sections. The first being why you should shoot video, and the second, some thoughts around why I think businesses don't end up shooting video. So to talk about why you should be shooting video for your business, I want to boil it down into some statistics. Now recently the 2017 social media census came out, and thankfully Social Media Perth did an awesome breakdown. I'll link that report in the comments below, but I want to run down their breakdown of the statistics that I think are interesting and really talk about why you should be shooting video for your business. So let's blur this screen and talk about some stats. The most common activity on social media is to watch video. 59% of Australians are accessing social networking sites at least once per day. And those who check their social media accounts over 5 times per day is on the increase. If you're curious, the most popular time for West Australians to check social media is in the evening and first thing in the morning. And this carries the same trend nationally across all of the age group, genders and locations. Smartphones are our weapons of choice, with 81% of adults in Australia using their smartphone to access social media. Facebook continues to be the most popular social network in Australia, with 91% of males and 97% of females having an active profile for all age groups. In WA, 94% of people use Facebook, and that's more than New South Wales and Victoria. Now, video has been predicted to go massive in 2017, and the stats within this census is really showing that it's going to happen within Australia too. So at number 1 for social media platforms, you have Facebook. Number 2 is YouTube, and number 3 is Instagram. Now, the only negative part in all these facts that I could see with regards to photo, video, social media and all those things was that there has been a decline of consumers following brands and businesses on social media. It's fallen from 36% last year to 24%. WA does buck the trend a little bit, remaining at 26%. Now, there's no information as to why this is a trend, but my thoughts are that as business owners, perhaps we're not giving enough to people. And that give trend is something I really want to try and explore in this video series. Anyway, we're done for the stats section. That's really designed to show you why you should be putting your business out there. In this second part of this video, I wanted to talk about my experience about being on camera and why I think people don't put their businesses on film. And to kick it off, I think the first thing is that people are worried. And I'll break this into two sections. I think they're worried for the business, and I think they're worried for themselves. I think they're worried for themselves because they're worried about how they're going to reflect on camera. Can they actually get up there? Can they present without looking like, well, silly? And the truth is, you can. I'm not the most confident person in front of the camera. It's taken a lot of time to develop the skills that I have. Hi, I'm Bruce Garrett from Gingerbeard Media. Stick with me, and in the next 2 minutes I'll explain why video media is of benefit to you and your business. I still think I've got a long way to go, but it is literally a case of throwing yourself into it and seeing what happens. Trust me when I say people want to see the person behind the brand. That's who they connect with. I think the other piece for small businesses is that they're worried about how their business is going to reflect on camera. I've worked with a lot of businesses, and the primary concern when we work with small business is how their business is going to come across. Will it look professional? I once shot a small architectural firm that was actually based down in Fremantle. They were based out of a shed in a back garden, and they were very worried about how it was going to look. And that's understandable, right? You're a professional business, you're operating from a wooden shed, and you are worried about how your business is going to reflect on film. But the truth is, I think people understand that small business doesn't necessarily operate from large office buildings. We operate from home offices, we operate from our back gardens or other premises. We might share an office. Yes, we want to show you professionally, but I think there are ways that you can kind of get around that so you still look professional even if your environment perhaps isn't. I think the other thing is that small businesses need to understand that they are small for a reason, and that is not necessarily a negative thing. That is perhaps a reason why someone will come and do business with us. And that is probably something else to explore, is basically about brand messaging, the way that you communicate with people, the way that your business is reflected. I think the other main reason that people don't shoot video for their business is that the task itself becomes too big. They don't know where to start, and they start planning things and thinking about things, and suddenly the task is so big that they just don't even know where to start. I think key here is actually starting. Something is always better than nothing, and often it's about simplifying your ideas so that they're achievable. I think for most small business owners, we need to remember that our main job is not to deliver video. I mean, obviously mine is, but yours isn't. Your main job is to run your business, and your media supports that. So when we think of ideas, we need to make sure that they're scalable and achievable. I think the third and final bit that really holds people back from shooting video is the technical knowledge. It's difficult to work out what you need, from equipment to skills, and that's really where I hope this sort of video series steps in and helps people. I guess with the technical side of things, it's a bit difficult here, right? Everyone's kind of at different levels. Some people will know different bits of information that other people won't know. But I think it's more about giving it a go and seeing what happens. Whenever you look back at whatever you previously did, it will look rubbish, but you'll be amazed at how quickly you can learn if you work consistently. Okay, so we've kind of looked at why people should shoot video, and we've looked at why we don't shoot video as businesses. Where does it all go from here? And my suggestion is this. If you are concerned about stepping in front of a camera, if you don't have the technical know-how, and if you don't have the strategy, then start simple. Most of us will have Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat, and all of them have a story mode. And what I suggest is that you start with that story mode. Start recording content, start putting content out there. When you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, you're on Snapchat, you can often determine where that content goes. Now, what you should be shying away from is what I see a lot of businesses doing, which is the pan. And the pan looks like this. The reason that you want to stay away from the pan is because it's boring. It doesn't tell any story. What I'd like you to do instead is start telling a story through using these apps. You'll also find that there's a time limit on these, which actually means that your message becomes more condensed and more succinct, and you'll get better about delivering a short speech. Because when we do see video, probably the biggest issue is people use too much. So yeah, that's my suggestion. My suggestion is that you get on your Facebook, your Instagram, your Snapchat, use that story feature to start building your content and feeling comfortable in front of a camera. Because unfortunately, it's only through time that you will become more comfortable in shooting video. I want to thank everybody for being part of this community. If you know someone who you think the community will be of interest and used to, please share it with them. If you have a question about video, photo, the way that we use it, the way that we shoot it, then please bung that down in the comments. And as ever, thanks for watching. Beard out.